So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can find leads to send your query letters to. You can track down producers, agents, managers, anybody who you want to get your script to. So I publish the list, as you know. You can go to longitudeentertainment.com and you can go to producers list, and you can see that I publish a list of producers that you can subscribe to, and I update this list every year, maybe every 6 months. Add about another 50 to 100 names to it, so you just have to subscribe to it once, and then you're going to receive updates every few months, okay? Now, there's probably about 400 or 500 names on the list at this point, so that's going to keep you busy for a while. But look, if you don't want to subscribe to the list and you want to know how to do this on your own, I'm going to tell you how to do that right now in this video. So the one thing that I recommend that writers, directors, producers, anybody that's looking to get into the entertainment business, this is one thing I recommend that you do, and that's that you follow the news, okay? And when I say the news, I mean Hollywood Reporter, Variety. There's a site, excellent site called deadline.com, and you want to be reading that every morning to kind of get a lay of the land, kind of learn who's who, and learn who the producers are that are actually getting movies made from screenplays, okay? And that's the distinction, because in these press releases, there are going to be a lot of different names, and there's going to be a number of producers listed, but it's hard sometimes to figure out who the right producer would be to send a query letter to. So I'm going to explain right now, I'm going to break that down a little bit as to how you determine who the right person is to try to query. And it just takes a little bit of looking into their background on IMDb Pro. So if you don't have an IMDb Pro subscription, I recommend that you get one of those as well. You're going to need that for this task. You don't need it if you subscribe to the list. I can just provide you with all the contact information. You would not need IMDb Pro in that case, but if you're going to do this yourself, you're going to need IMDb Pro. So as you're looking through all these articles, so let's take Deadline.com, for example. In Deadline.com, you're going to see a release for a movie or a TV show, and they're going to talk about who the producers are. Now, on a movie, producers in TV, a lot of times are the writers. Okay, they're the showrunners, they're the writers. So I'm going to focus this conversation a little bit more on film producers, how to figure out who the right film producer is to query. And when you read an article about a movie, it's going to mention all the producers' names. So you're going to want to research each producer that it mentions. And some of these producers you're going to find out, they're going to be managers. And maybe a manager is the person you want to query. Of course, I recommend focusing on querying producers because they're the ones that make things happen. But you can query managers as well. You can query agents too. So some of these producers are going to be listed, and they're going to be managers. And they're generally not going to be agents, because agents, I think there's still a rule that agents can't produce, but who knows? Things are changing by the minute in Hollywood these days. So maybe there is a scenario where an agent can be a producer, but that's not going to be the right producer for you necessarily starting out. You're going to want to find the creative producers, okay? So one of those credits, it might be an executive producer credit, probably could be going to a manager. The other executive producer credits could be the creative producer, but a lot of times that's going to be the financier of the movie or somebody else who's peripherally involved, okay? But you want to drill down on who the producer is, okay? Because the producer credit, that is the most coveted credit. That's the guy that probably found the screenplay, shepherded the project for a number of years at least, and got the movie made. And that's the person that you want to reach out to with your query letter. That's the producer you want to get to read your script. So that's going to be the producer who's probably listed with the PGA Mark. So you're going to see a PGA Mark next to the producer's name, and that stands for the Producers Guild of America. And the PGA Mark is given to producers who shepherd the projects through all the stages of pre-production, production, development. And those are the producers, we call them creative producers, that you're going to want to reach out to with your query letter. Okay? And then when you find that PGA producer, you want to look up their company, okay? Because maybe they have a company, they might even be listed individually. But you look at their company, and you look at the executives that work for them, and these are going to be, the people that you want to look at are development executives, vice presidents of development, story editors, or creative people, right? CE, creative executive. That's going to be another title that you're going to want to zero in on. And those are the people that read scripts, and those are the people that can actually take your script and then take it to the next level. All right, they might want to option it, they might want to have a shopping agreement, but those are the producers that are going to be able to help you the most, that have the most knowledge about taking projects from a screenplay stage and getting them made into movies. Okay, so that's how you do it. It's not complicated, but if you want to order the list, go to longitudeentertainment.com. I'm going to save you a lot of time. You're going to get a head start with 400 or 500 emails, phone numbers, contact information for producers that you can reach out to right away. So visit longitudeentertainment.com, order the list. You don't want to subscribe to the list. You just want to go it on your own. This is the process that you can follow. And of course, you can go on the Wrap. That's another news site. Hollywood Reporter I mentioned, Variety.com I mentioned, and they are going to always list in their movie announcements, they're going to list the producers who are involved in the project. All right, so I hope that helps, and I'll talk to you soon. By the way, this video, I'm not in Los Angeles, I'm actually in Palm Beach, Florida. I'm on the trail to a true life rights story that I'm tracking down, so I'm here for a few days on business, taking a few days to kick back and relax and make a few videos as well. So anyway, for those of you who are curious, that's where I am. That's why that water is so blue. Talk to you soon.